mean, I hear the odd thing here and there on the news and in the papers, and I read, but I haven't really focused too much on it.
The fear of the unknown is big for all of us.
Concerns definitely spills or pipeline breakage.
I don't really know much, but I do want to find out what it will do if it does break along the channel.
I don't think it's as bad as like if there was an oil spill or anything like that.
It does bother me that they would be considering bringing it through British Columbia.
You know, there's lots of LNG buzz, and the group of friends I'm with, they're all excited about it.
All we know is a liquefied natural gas that's coming into town, and it's a big project.
That's liquefied natural gas. So who wants to help? So go ahead and put this on real quick, because I have a long sleeve shirt on already. All right. There we go. All right, we got it. Okay, so here's a thermometer. Just stick that end. Okay, now what's the temperature? Minus 150. Can you see that? Cold stuff, right? Getting them up close and personal, getting them to participate in the demonstration, and letting them understand just firsthand with their own eyes, ears, and hands, what is this product? We're gonna fill this balloon up with gas. It won't pop, I don't think. So in here is just natural gas, just like we have in our stove. So now what's gonna happen? If it's lighter than air, float, right? There it goes. So if we spill LNG by accident, which normally doesn't happen, up it goes to the sky. It turns it right back to a gas, and so one of the nice things about it is that there's no pollution of the soil. You got a question?
If we drank and had some of that fuel that made the balloon fly, would we fly?
I kind of thought, I wonder if it'll be over their head, but they were so into it. And once one of the students seen the other asking questions, they all started.
Can you get a frostbite without any equipment on?
You can get a frostbite, great question. Because if we filled this with LNG, and I used my bare hand and grabbed the glass, I'd say, woo! They call it a cryogenic burn. It's a cold burn versus a heat burn, but it's the same thing. So that's why we protect ourselves.
Can I have the rest of it?
No, you can't have the rest of it, sorry. I like getting out, I like meeting these communities, talking about natural gas. I inherently believe that there's a lot of true value for society with natural gas and what's happening. Let's say we had a little spill on the water. Okay, so here we got some water, and we'll pour the LNG on it. Just like on the ground, it's gonna vaporize, it's gonna boil, and it will disappear. So what we'll see here is that'll all boil off, and we'll be left with some ice. So why don't you come on up and take a look on behalf of all your classmates here. So you can see just a little ice cube in there. Do you see any chemical sheen or anything like that? It's just totally clean. So it's pure cold water. So thanks, bud.
It was cool. It was really interesting, actually. I loved it. When you poured it onto the carpet, that just scared me because of the sound. It was actually pretty cool because I was wondering how a liquid could not actually make a surface wet. It evaporated. Because I thought it would be like some other oil company. If the pipe it's being carried in would break, it would cause lots of damage. But if it's LNG, it won't, because if it breaks, then it will just go up into the atmosphere.
We're actually going to make LNG right here in the world's smallest LNG production facility. Just very slowly pour it on the top of the balloon there. So you're actually now making LNG inside of this balloon by adding cold temperature from the liquid, transferring it to the vapor inside, collapsing the vapor back into its liquid form. Look at that, there's your LNG that you just made. Wow. So this is exactly what's gonna happen at the LNG Canada plant. They're gonna fill up 1 million balloons. No. They're going to use different mechanics to produce that LNG at the scale they need, but effectively that's what's happening.
Being a concerned resident, it was very helpful just to see it all in action. And I felt like I was 5 when I was watching it because it was that exciting.
We've got other products that we use every day that are much more dangerous.
I think people are looking for just honest, straightforward information to help them really understand what it is we're talking about. What is this LNG? It's completely understandable that there are misperceptions about LNG and what it is and what it's not, and these preconceived notions about it being explosive and dangerous.
Natural gas does burn, of course. That's why we use it as a fuel, whether in a truck or in our homes, to cook our food, heat the water, dry our clothes, etc. And so what we're going to talk about is what it actually takes to get natural gas burning. You have to have the right mixture of fuel and oxygen. LNG is not flammable. Natural gas is flammable. We actually cannot light LNG in its liquid form. We don't use it in liquid form. We use it in vapor form. This environment up here is going to be too lean. There's not enough fuel to actually have combustion. So I come down. There we go. There we have it. Burning natural gas. This is a pretty narrow band of flammability. We're not going to see that flame follow the fuel back into the canister and go boom. This is too rich of an environment. 100% natural gas in here. You can see it's a very clean flame. It's a relatively lazy flame.
It is enough to make me concerned as a fire chief within the community, absolutely, but it is a relatively safe product. For me, it's more of a response perspective, identifying the hazards, identifying how is this product going to act, how is it going to react in different environments.
We have to respect it, we have to understand it, understand the risk. It's very cold and it can burn you from the cold. It can also ignite and burn you from the heat.
It was safe on the stage there, and it's safe in the right conditions. I think everybody's doing their best to ensure that things are done properly. It's in nobody's best interest to have a disaster happen.
Mayor, come on up.
It was the demonstration of the real thing instead of just being told. If everyone in the community could see that, it would be absolutely wonderful, because they would understand that there is a difference between LNG and bitumen, and certainly one is much safer.
There's a lot of basic information that most people don't have, which is very important. And these people will come and talk to their friends, and that information slowly disseminates out into the public.
It's all about familiarity. We're all very familiar and comfortable with gasoline. We put it in our cars every day or every couple of days. We don't think twice about it. But LNG is new, it's different. We don't have it in our everyday lives yet.
It's just understanding, it's learning that made the difference for me, and I think it made a difference for a lot of people in the audience.
It was very interesting. It clarified a lot of stuff.
It is really good.
And I think it's important that we all learn as a community what this looks like.
Because we are a part of it. It's in our community, it's in Kitimat.
Any other questions? Do you have a girlfriend? I do have a girlfriend. She's actually my wife.